rest beside my cup, holding the shadow of an old memory. The waitress walks past without looking up, pouring dark roast for the street man and me. I spin the small handle and watch how it gleams, counting the years in these quiet routine dreams. The bell at the door gives a familiar ring. I listen to the simple peace the early hours bring. 3 dark circles dry upon the polished oak, each one a story that we never quite spoke. I watch the steam rising slow toward the ceiling, settling into this calm, easy feeling. The world outside rushes fast down the street, while time stays polite where our memories meet. A folded newspaper sits untouched right here, crossword unfinished from somebody's line. The bell overhead chimes so soft and so clear, marking the slow, gentle passage of time. I stir into cubes till the liquid turns brown, safely hidden away in this corner of town. The bell at the door gives a familiar ring. I listen to the simple peace the early hours bring. 3 dark circles dry upon the polished oak, each one a story that we never quite spoke. I watch the steam rising slow toward the ceiling, settling into this calm, easy feeling. The world outside rushes fast down the street, while time stays polite where our memories meet. Nobody asks why I sit by the glass, watching the city buses rumble and pass. The warmth in my hands feels like holding a friend, a simple old comfort on which I depend. I pay with exact change and step to the floor, leaving my small wooden booth by the door. The silver spoon rests where I left it today, ready to greet me when night fades away. Glass bottles clink inside the delivery crate, just off the avenue, right on schedule at 8. You hang your coat up and pull out a seat, escaping the chill of the busy concrete. The radiator hums its familiar tune, and I know we will sit here straight through to noon. You look a little tired around the eyes, searching for truth under cloudy gray skies. Pass me your mug and I will pour you some tea. There is plenty of time left for you and for me. We spent 40 winters watching autumn leaves fall, finding warm, quiet corners when life got too tall. The steam from the porcelain drifts toward the light, while old conversation makes heavy hearts light. I listen to every small story you bring, and suddenly winter feels almost like spring. The baker just carried fresh bread from the rear. The smell of warm cinnamon fills up the sphere. You tell me about how the grandbabies grew, and I smile at the photos you pull out to view. Outside on the sidewalk, the city moves fast, but inside this booth, all the sweet moments last. You look a little lighter now that you spoke, laughing real soft at an ancient old joke. Pass me a mug for another warm round. This is the best spot that we ever found. We spent 40 winters watching autumn leaves fall, finding warm, quiet corners when life got too tall. The steam from the porcelain drifts toward the light, while old conversation makes heavy hearts light. I listen to every small story you bring, and suddenly winter feels almost like spring. The world outside keeps spinning around the block, chasing the hands of a big silver clock. But here at our table, the coffee stays sweet, and we have no reason to head for the street. So take your time, finish that last slice of pie. The clouds in the alley are clearing the sky. I will meet you right here when tomorrow comes round, in the quietest refuge in this whole noisy town.
Fresh roast hazelnut drifts through the screen before the brass bell rings at 7:15. Clara turns the neon light from red to blue, wiping down the counter like she always used to do. Old Mr. Hall steps in from the damp side street, finding his usual corner leather seat. He hangs his coat on hook number 4, nods to the milkman leaving through the back door. The steam off the griddle smells of butter and spice, and coming in from the cold feels twice as nice. She pours the dark drip high into his cup. He slides 2 sugar cubes to sweeten up. They trade a gentle smile across the yellow tile, and time stands still in town a little while. No heavy words are needed when the world moves fast. Just a cozy little booth where the quiet memories last. The radio plays a sweet brass tune from '54, while rain sweeps softly past the wooden door. He turns the folded page of his morning news, tapping his polished black leather shoes. She leaves a plate of cinnamon toast right by his hand, the simplest kind of comfort in a noisy land. The street lamp outside turns off its yellow glow as commuters start to rush in a hurried row. But right inside these walls of faded cherry wood, the world stays simple and understood. She pours the dark drip high into his cup. He slides 2 sugar cubes to sweeten up. They trade a gentle smile across the yellow tile, and time stands still in town a little while. No heavy words are needed when the world moves fast. Just a cozy little booth where the quiet memories last. He leaves a shiny quarter by the salt shaker tray, tips his tweed cap before he walks away. Clara waves goodbye through the steamy window glass, watching another peaceful morning pass. Quiet hung heavy beside the cash register before a sudden realization broke the air. The radiator clicks its slow, steady cadence, while steam rises slowly above an empty chair. Old leather boots keep the cold from the doorway as flour dust settles along the polished floor. The milk pitcher rests on a freshly wiped counter. A newspaper opens to page 43. And just for a second the stillness is broken by something you said when you walked in with me. A brass clock ticks down near the corner
display, while butter melts slow on a thick slice of rye. The waitress brings water and clears off the tray before all the streetcars start rolling on by. The storefront shines clear in the late autumn chill, and peace finds a home on the wood windowsill. She wore her yellow cardigan again today, sitting near the radio playing low jazz. The porcelain cups chime in light gentle rhythm, recalling the winters that both of us had. A butcher outside sweeps the frost off his sidewalk, and blue coffee tins line the oak cabinet shelf. The milk pitcher rests on a freshly wiped counter, and newspaper opens to page 43. And just for a second the stillness is broken by something you said when you walked in with me. A brass clock ticks down near the corner display, while butter melts slow on a thick slice of rye. The waitress brings water and clears off the tray before all the streetcars start rolling on by. The storefront shines clear in the late autumn chill, and peace finds a home on the wood windowsill. Some places stay frozen in gentle old pictures where nobody rushes and nobody leaves. The salt shakers shimmer under yellow light bulbs, and winter wind blows through the sycamore trees. A brass clock ticks down near the corner display, while butter melts slow on a thick slice of rye. The waitress brings water and clears off the tray before all the streetcars start rolling on by. The storefront shines clear in the late autumn chill, and peace finds a home on the wood windowsill. The baker folds aprons and stacks up the saucers. The second cup pours with a slow amber glow. We sit by the glass as the boulevard brightens, and carry this warmth everywhere that we go.
This heavy wooden chair presses firmly to the tile. The steam rises slow while I sit and wait a while. I look toward the corner where a younger ghost appears, a hurried 20-something who was burdened by his fears. He carried every deadline like the sky was going to fall, staring at his his pocket watch against the yellow wall. If I could cross the floor and pour a second cup of tea, I'd tell that frantic youngster what the future brought to me. Put down that heavy coat and let your anxious spirit rest. You worried if your early years would ever be your best. The girl you hoped would write back left her memory behind, and all those lonely nights became a quiet peace of mind. I watch you count your pennies just to pay the counter clerk, dreading every moment that you head off into work. You thought that growing old would mean you'd lose your spark inside, but sitting here today, I wear my age with quiet pride. The front door brass handle turns as someone steps outside. I wish I could have told you not to run away and hide. You didn't need to hurry through the chapters of your youth, for time has brought us comfort and a very simple truth. So sip your bitter roast today, young man across the floor. There's nothing to be frightened of behind tomorrow's door. I'm sitting where you're bound to land, content and fully whole. And every single step you took was gentle on our soul. Warm butter, yellow coats the counter tiles, warming the steam above my porcelain mug. An old gentleman sets his newspaper down and gives his knitted scarf a little tug. He asks me if I think the clouds will break, or if we ought to fetch a black umbrella. I tell him that the radio said clear skies. He laughs and says, don't trust the weather, fella. We share a gentle grin across the aisle, two travelers taking comfort in the calm. A quiet chat can brighten up a heavy start, while simple stories travel straight from mind to heart. We talk of traffic on the avenue and creep, then drift away inside a brief contented dream. A kindly word turns winter air to spring and leaves a peaceful tone in everything. He tells me how he used to work downtown before the city grew so tall and loud. He likes this little corner by the door, away from every rushing week
a friend is just a voice you meet upon a stool beside a sunny street. No names required, no promises to keep, just human kindness running quiet, true and deep. He folds his coat and says to have a pleasant day, then tips his hat and softly walks away. I watch him go into the golden street, grateful for the chance two strangers had to meet. Frayed cotton cuffs scrape against the table, a rough knit sleeve resting by the plate. The weave feels thick, warm and gently stable, just like the coat you wore when you were late. 30 years fade as my fingertips trace every soft thread of this old velvet chair. The brass bell chime beside the open door. You laughed away the wet October chill, a dripping hem upon the wooden floor, a quiet moment staying frozen still. We brushed the droplets off your heavy wool and ordered 2 dark coffee, sweetened high. The small corner cafe was standing full, while golden leaves blew slowly, drifting by. You held my hand before the steam could rise, and left a soft memory that never dies. The waitress fills my ceramic cup again, her apron white and crisp against the dark. I slide my fingers down the stitched up seam, remembering your laughter in the park. The same old radio plays softly low, a song we danced to decades long ago. You slipped away like sugar in the cup. The world moved fast outside our little space, but every time I pick this sweater up, I catch the gentle shadow of your face. I fold my arms and watch the window pane. The soft wool keeps me warm against the cold. I take my sip and walk out in the rain, carrying a love that never grows too old.
The painted 7 on the kitchen clock will point directly to the rusted latch. When we walk through this heavy oak door, with silver strands that time began to catch, we'll hear the hum of steam inside the pot and pick the booth that keeps us from the chill, to count the quiet years we gave away while sitting down beside this windowsill. Our hands will hold ceramic cups so tight and trace the lines that age has drawn in grace. We'll smile across the checkered linen cloth to recognize this old familiar place. Someday the rain will softly tap the street outside while baker boys roll dough. You will read the paper aloud to me as steam begins to rise, a gentle rhythm keeping time for two who learn to walk real slow, unfolding all the quiet golden years reflected in your eyes. The brass bell rings above the front doorway. A younger girl will bring a plate of toast. We'll share a pat of butter knife, and drink to memories that matter most. You'll laugh about the day we first came in, back when our coats were dark and boots were clean, and time will freeze behind the steaming glass like photographs inside a wooden screen. There is no rush when age has made us wise, no train to catch, no early call to answer now, just coffee beans that roast in quiet peace, and promises we kept without a vow. So save this morning in a secret drawer until the calendar has turned the page. I'll meet you at the corner booth right here and love you just the same at any age. A brass matchbox sleeve holds 3
worn wooden tips. It rests near the sugar and shows tiny chips. I push it an inch to the left with my thumb, while waiting for steam from my mug to go numb. The waitress walks past with a pot in her hand. She knows every face in this quiet old land. The radio plays an old waltz from the coast as butter spreads thin on a slice of rye toast. I sit in this booth while the clock turns to 8 and trace every scratch on this formica plate. A heavy brass latch drops with one quiet sound as winter fog settles all over the ground. The stranger takes seats that were empty till 7, while sweet cinnamon rolls smell like hot baker's heaven. I gather my gloves from the laminated wood, content that this morning was gentle and good. The neon sign buzzes against the cold glass. I watch all the blue delivery trucks pass. My knee aches a bit when the weather turns damp underneath the soft glow of the diner counter lamp. The baker brings tray after tray to the front, a simple routine with no rush and no hunt. The newspaper sits with the crosswords half done. I solve 7 clues before seeing the sun. The world outside rushes to catch up with time, while I count my change to the last shiny dime. A heavy brass latch drops with one quiet sound as winter fog settles all over the ground. The stranger takes seats that were empty till 7, while sweet cinnamon rolls smell like hot baker's heaven. I gather my gloves from the laminated wood, content that this morning was gentle and good. 40 long winters I came through that door. My boots left wet prints on this linoleum floor. The faces have changed, but the coffee stayed strong, and nobody asks where my years have all gone. Yet somehow this corner feels just like a friend, where yesterday's stories don't have to quite end. I slide off the vinyl and fold up my news. I pull on my coat and I tie up my shoes. The brass matchbox sleeve stays right where it belongs. I step out the entrance to hear city songs. A bakery truck backfires on the curb. The pigeon on the ledge does not react. You hang your raincoat up without a word and sit down where the wooden floor is cracked. The steam is rising from the corner urn. I save the paper with the crosswords done. There are some simple things we had to learn before we ever learned to miss the sun. The world outside is moving much too fast, so let the trolley rattle down the track. You pour 3 spoonfuls from the porcelain bowl and tell me how your garden survived the frost. We talk about the years that took their toll and count the quiet treasures never lost. The waitress smiles and fills the diner pot, while gentle history warms us on the spot. Your hands are slower than they used to be when we were young enough to run all night. Now half a grapefruit and a cup of tea are quite enough to set the morning right. You trace the scratches on the formica and mention how the autumn blew away. The world outside can keep its hurried pace. We have a corner in our favorite place. You pour 3 spoonfuls from the porcelain bowl and tell me how your garden survived the frost. We talk about the years that took their toll and count the quiet treasures never lost. The waitress smiles and fills the diner pot, while gentle history warms us on the spot. I remember when we sat here 40 years ago, plotting out our lives inside the booth. Now the hair upon our temples looks like winter snow, but I still see your laughter in its truth. Take your time with that last drop of tea. The rain has stopped, the sidewalk is nearly dry. Walk down the block a little way with me, and we will watch the morning passing by. roasted chicory and fried sweet dough. Drift past the doorway where the neon gleams low. Old Mr. Higgins hangs his wool cap high, nods to the waitress as she passes by. She brings a saucer with a quiet smile, knowing he will sit there for a good long while. His leather shoes have seen 50 years of rain. He wipes his glasses on a wool cloth again. The radiator hums its familiar song. This is the place where the quiet belongs. He turns to page 4, where the crosswords start, keeping old memories tucked deep in his heart. A silver napkin dispenser holds the years gone past, while steam from the porcelain cools down too fast. He folds up his paper when the clock strikes 9, and leaves a polished nickel on the counterline. The girl behind the register knows his name, though 30 winners came and went just the same. She pours the dark brew from the glass carafe, listening softly to his gentle laugh. He points to a photo on the paneled wall, taken back in 59 before the fall. The vinyl booth keeps the cold wind outside, where all the simple little truths reside. The radiator hums its steady beat, warming the brass buckles on his feet. He turns to page 4, where the crosswords start, keeping old memories tucked deep in his heart. A silver napkin dispenser holds the years gone past, while steam from the porcelain cools down too fast. He folds up his paper when the clock strikes 9, and leaves a polished nickel on the counterline. Some come for sugar and a rush black cup, checking their watches till their time is up. But Higgins takes a sip and lets the whole world spin, grateful for the shelter that he found within. The wooden front door gives a soft brass chime. He walks down the sidewalk, taking his sweet time. Tomorrow at 7, he will come back through to sit at table 3 like he used to do. A sharp remembrance struck before the kettle hissed. The quiet room dissolved into a distant here. Outside the doorway stands the early blue-gray mist, while while steam begins to rise and wipe the glass clear. A brass clock ticks upon the wall behind the bar, and shadow plays across the freshly polished tile. The radiator hums its low familiar song. The baker sets the trays of raisin scones in place. A sudden thought arrives to tell me where I belong, and fills the gentle silence of this corner space. The milk poured slowly turns the dark coffee light brown, while newspaper pages rustle soft in the back. An old friend takes his coat off near the edge of town, and boots leave faint white salt along the wooden rack. The day begins its rhythm without any rush, as warmth sweeps softly through the peaceful, quiet hush. The corner napkin box is filled with folded white. The lady at the register unlocks her drawer. The golden lamplight bends against the pane so bright, while dry oak leaves drift softly past the open door. A silver spoon lies resting on a saucer rim, as light cuts straight across a checkered apron string. We spent 1,000 hours sitting in this booth, watching the street sweepers clear the fallen rain. Nothing was simpler than the quiet cut of truth, washing away the dust upon the window pane. The bell above the heavy door gives one bright chime. The counter waiter pours another piping cup. We hold on to the simple, sweet delight of time before the busy world outside starts waking up. Why does the steam always bend toward the window? I watch it drift up like an unwritten thought. The bell on the door gives a soft little chime, and I wonder what happened to all that I bought at the hardware store down on 5th Street last summer. My shoes feel a little too tight on my heel. The waitress pouring dark roast in a mug. Her apron is dusted with cinnamon powder. A nickel drops down in the jukebox slot. The street traffic outside grows steadily louder. A porcelain plate catches golden brown light, while butter melts slow on a slice of white bread. I glance at the headlines of yesterday's news and recall what my grandmother frequently said. The clock on the counter ticks softly in rhythm as quiet thoughts circle inside of my head. That gentleman's coat has a missing brass button. I wonder if somebody found it on oak. My coffee is cooling, the radiator hums like an old uncle clearing his throat as he spoke. Did I water the ferns on the back porch today? The newspaper boy has a tear in his sleeve. A spoon hits a saucer with 3 tiny taps. A green neon sign blinks a pale, quiet glow. The world moves along while I sit here in peace, with nowhere to run and no reason to go. The waitress returns with a small silver pot. I top off the mug as the morning glides by. The window stays warm in the soft early light, and some quiet questions just don't need a why. Polished oak sinks down into the rug. I pull the leather seat close to the glass. You ran so fast back when you were 21, always racing the streetcars before they could pass. You thought every late train was leaving you behind. You spilled your dark roast trying to catch the light. If I could reach through 50 winter years, I'd tell you that the world turns out alright. Take a breath and loosen up your wool jacket sleeve. The girl in the hallway will forgive what you said. That unpaid rent bill won't ruin your whole life. So put down your pen and eat your warm buttered bread. Nothing was wasted, even the tears you hid. You made it to 70, so sit down, kid. The waitress brings a saucer with a silver rim. I see your nervous shadow in the mirror on the wall. You checked your pocket watch 6 times an hour, afraid that no one would answer when you'd call. You counted every nickel like a mountain you whisper over this quiet diner counter. I'd say the sweetest fruit takes time to drop. Take a breath and loosen up your wool jacket sleeve. The girl in the hallway will forgive what you said. That unpaid rent bill won't ruin your whole life. So put down your pen and eat your warm buttered bread. Nothing was wasted, even the tears you hid. You made it to 70, so sit down, kid. The morning light rests easy on this warm velvet cushion, where I finally learned how to just stay put. You spent years running toward a finish line that moved. Now look at how steady I plant my old foot. Leave the remaining copper coins right beside the cup. Forgive yourself for every wrong turn on the map. The coffee is warm, the cafe is quiet now, and peace is sitting right here in your lap.
Strike the chrome salt shaker, slanted and soft through the dusty glass pane. An old man sits down with a folded newspaper, shaking his hat from the late April rain. He looks at my mug and he nods with a smile, sipping his tea as we sit for a while. He asks if I know where the river bridge goes. I tell him it leads where the willow tree grows. He laughs very soft and he slides me a slice of buttered brown toast with a word of advice. High on the wall ticks a brass-fitted clock, while heavy black boots slowly cross on the block. A quiet old traveler shares stories from home, explaining why silver threads shine in his comb. He turns a cold counter and friendly old face into a memory, taking its place. He talks of a town where he built his first garden, 50 long years in a house near the sea. I tell him my dreams, how my young shoulders harden, carrying plans that feel heavy to me. He taps on his saucer and tells me to stay, learning to breathe at the start of the day. Sometimes the people who sit by your side open a window you kept closed inside. No names were spoken,
his two steaming cups as the shadows all fade. He folds up his coat and he stands up to go. He says, keep your heart warm whenever winds blow. I watch through the window as he walks away, a stranger who gave me a peaceful new day.
You mentioned yesterday the brass bell rings too loud. I sit here by the register and watch the working crowd. The baker wipes his apron on a streak of flour dust. A napkin dispenser has a tiny dot of rust. The gentleman in tweed is folding up his daily news, and someone left a droplet on a pair of leather shoes. The steam goes climbing up towards the painted tin above, a slow and quiet rhythm that a quiet heart could love. A china saucer catches light beside a silver tray. The waitress takes a diner's plate and clears the crumbs away. The jukebox in the corner plays a tune from '63, and everything you spoke about is coming back to me. I pour a drop of maple syrup on a buttered toast and hold the little simple things that matter to us most. The salt shaker is missing half its tiny wooden top. Outside the window pane, the blue delivery van stopped. A woman in a raincoat checks the clock against the wall. The boy behind the counter tries to catch a rolling ball. 2 pennies sit forgotten in the plastic tip jar bowl, while cinnamon and nutmeg sweeten up a raisin roll. The steam goes climbing up towards the painted tin above, a slow and quiet rhythm that a quiet heart could love. A china saucer catches light beside a silver tray. The waitress takes a diner's plate and clears the crumbs away. The jukebox in the corner plays a tune from '63, and everything you spoke about is coming back to me. I pour a drop of maple syrup on a buttered toast and hold the little simple things that matter to us most. You said that if I lingered here before the clock struck 9, I'd notice how the day begins without a grand design. Just steam and silver teaspoons and a napkin on a knee. 100
gentle details, setting every hour free.
The baker turns the hanging sign to welcome folks inside. I pay my bill with silver coins and step into the ride. You said the world was gentle if you took it nice and slow. And walking down the sidewalk now, I finally really know. Copper 6 on the wall clock ticks slow as steam off your mug starts to rise and grow. I look at your hands where the light hits the ring and wonder what 30 more winters will bring. We'll sit in this diner with soft wrinkled skin, just waiting for breakfast and warmth to come in. The waitress will know every story we tell. She'll pour out the decaf and ring the old bell. The world outside moves at a furious pace, but time stands quite still in this familiar place. Someday our coats will hang heavy and gray. We'll laugh at the news of a new sunny day. I'll pass you the jam while the radio plays a tune from the golden and forgotten old days. And knowing you're with me when morning appears will make every quiet hour sweet through the years. Your reading glasses will rest on your nose while outside the window a cold winter blows. We'll share a small newspaper folded in two, with nothing to prove and with nothing to do. The silver framed mirror behind the counter shelf will show a long life that has blessed itself. I see it so clearly, the future ahead. The laughter will save and the gentle words said. No rushing for buses or catching a train, just coffee and toast in the slow morning rain. So look at that clock as it moves to the 7. A quiet old booth feels a little like heaven. I love you tomorrow the same as today, right here where the worries all melt clean away.
spoon rest beside my cup, holding the shadow of an old memory. The waitress walks past without looking up, pouring dark roast for the street man and me. I spin the small handle and watch how it gleams, counting the years in these quiet routine dreams. The bell at the door gives a familiar ring. I listen to the simple peace the early hours bring. 3 dark circles dry upon the polished oak, each one a story that we never quite spoke. I watch the steam rising slow toward the ceiling, settling into this calm, easy feeling. The world outside rushes fast down the street, while time stays polite where our memories meet. A folded newspaper sits untouched right here, crossword unfinished from somebody's line. The bell overhead chimes so soft and so clear, marking the slow, gentle passage of time. I stir into cubes till the liquid turns brown, safely hidden away in this corner of town. The bell at the door gives a familiar ring. I listen to the simple peace the early hours bring. 3 dark circles dry upon the polished oak, each one a story that we never quite spoke. I watch the steam rising slow toward the ceiling, settling into this calm, easy feeling. The world outside rushes fast down the street, while time stays polite where our memories meet. Nobody asks why I sit by the glass, watching the city buses rumble and pass. The warmth in my hands feels like holding a friend, a simple old comfort on which I depend. I pay with exact change and step to the floor, leaving my small wooden booth by the door. The silver spoon rests where I left it today, ready to greet me when night fades away. Glass bottles clink inside the delivery crate, just off the avenue, right on schedule at 8. You Hang your coat up and pull out a seat, escaping the chill of the busy concrete. The radiator hums its familiar tune, and I know we will sit here straight through to noon. You look a little tired around the eyes, searching for truth under cloudy gray skies. Pass me your mug and I will pour you some tea. There is plenty of time left for you and for me. We spent 40 winters watching autumn leaves fall, finding warm, quiet corners when life got too tall. The steam from the porcelain drifts toward the light, while old conversation makes heavy hearts light. I listen to every small story you bring, and suddenly winter feels almost like spring. The baker just carried fresh bread from the rear. The smell of warm cinnamon fills up the sphere. You tell me about how the grandbabies grew, and I smile at the photos you pull out to view. Outside on the sidewalk, the city moves fast, but inside this booth all the sweet moments last. You look a little lighter now that you spoke, laughing real soft at an ancient old joke. Pass me a mug for another warm round. This is the best spot that we ever found. We spent 40 winters watching autumn leaves fall, finding warm, quiet corners when life got too tall. The steam from the porcelain drifts toward the light, while old conversation makes heavy hearts light. I listen to every small story you bring, and suddenly winter feels almost like spring. The world outside keeps spinning around the block, chasing the hands of a big silver clock. But here at our table the coffee stays sweet, and we have no reason to head for the street. So take your time, finish that last slice of pie. The clouds in the alley are clearing the sky. I will meet you right here when tomorrow comes round, in the quietest refuge in this whole noisy town.
Fresh roast hazelnut drifts through the screen before the brass bell rings at 7:15. Clara turns the neon light from red to blue, wiping down the counter like she always used to do. Old Mr. Hall steps in from the damp side street, finding his usual corner leather seat. He hangs his coat on hook number 4, nods to the milkman leaving through the back door. The steam off the griddle smells of butter and spice, and coming in from the cold feels twice as nice. She pours the dark drip high into his cup. He slides 2 sugar cubes to sweeten up. They trade a gentle smile across the yellow tile, and time stands still in town a little while. No heavy words are needed when the world moves fast. Just a cozy little booth where the quiet memories last. The radio plays a sweet brass tune from 54, while rain sweeps softly past the wooden door. He turns the folded page of his morning news, tapping his polished black leather shoes. She leaves a plate of cinnamon toast right by his hand, the simplest kind of comfort in a noisy land. The street lamp outside turns off its yellow glow as commuters start to rush in a hurried row. But right inside these walls of faded cherry wood, the world stays simple and understood. She pours the dark drip high into his cup. He slides 2 sugar cubes to sweeten up. They trade a gentle smile across the yellow tile, and time stands still in town a little while. No heavy words are needed when the world moves fast. Just a cozy little booth where the quiet memories last. He leaves a shiny quarter by the salt shaker tray, tips his tweed cap before he walks away. Clara waves goodbye through the steamy window glass, watching another peaceful morning pass. Quiet hung heavy beside the cash register before a sudden realization broke the air. The radiator clicks its slow, steady cadence, while steam rises slowly above an empty chair. Old leather booths keep the cold from the doorway as flour dust settles along the polished floor. The milk pitcher rests on a freshly wiped counter. A newspaper opens to page 43. And just for a second the stillness is broken by something you said when you walked in with me. A
brass clock ticks down near the corner display, while butter melts slow on a thick slice of rye. The waitress brings water and clears off the tray before all the streetcars start rolling on by. The storefront shines clear in the late autumn chill, and peace finds a home on the wood windowsill. She wore her yellow cardigan again today, sitting near the radio playing low jazz. The porcelain cups chime in light gentle rhythm, recalling the winters that both of us had. A butcher outside sweeps the frost off his sidewalk, and blue coffee tins line the oak cabinet shelf. The milk pitcher rests on a freshly wiped counter, and newspaper opens to page 43. And just for a second the stillness is broken by something you said when you walked in with me. A brass clock ticks down near the corner display, while butter melts slow on a thick slice of rye. The waitress brings water and clears off the tray before all the streetcars start rolling on by. The storefront shines clear in the late autumn chill, and peace finds a home on the wood windowsill. Some places stay frozen in gentle old pictures, where nobody rushes and nobody leaves. The salt shakers shimmer under yellow light bulbs, and winter wind blows through the sycamore trees. A brass clock ticks down near the corner display, while butter melts slow on a thick slice of rye. The waitress brings water and clears off the tray before all the streetcars start rolling on by. The storefront shines clear in the late autumn chill, and peace finds a home on the wood windowsill. The baker folds aprons and stacks up the saucers. The second cup pours with a slow amber glow. We sit by the glass as the boulevard brightens, and carry this warmth everywhere that we go.
This heavy wooden chair presses firmly to the tile. The steam rises slow while I sit and wait a while. I look toward the corner where a younger ghost appears, a hurried 20-something who was burdened by his fears. He carried every deadline like the sky was going to fall. Staring at his pocket watch against the yellow wall. If I could cross the floor and pour a second cup of tea, I'd tell that frantic youngster what the future brought to me. Put down that heavy coat and let your anxious spirit rest. You worried if your early years would ever be your best. The girl you hoped would write back left her memory behind, and all those lonely nights became a quiet peace of mind. I watch you count your pennies just to pay the counter clerk, dreading every moment that you head off into work. You thought that growing old would mean you'd lose your spark inside, but sitting here today, I wear my age with quiet pride. The front door brass handle turns as someone steps outside. I wish I could have told you not to run away and hide. You didn't need to hurry through the chapters of your youth, for time has brought us comfort and a very simple truth. So sip your bitter roast today, young man across the floor. There's nothing to be frightened of behind tomorrow's door. I'm sitting where you're bound to land, content and fully whole. And every single step you took was gentle on our soul. Warm butter, yellow coats the counter tiles, warming the steam above my porcelain mug. An old gentleman sets his newspaper down and gives his knitted scarf a little tug. He asks me if I think the clouds will break, or if we ought to fetch a black umbrella. I tell him that the radio said clear skies. He laughs and says, don't trust the weather, fella. We share a gentle grin across the aisle, two travelers taking comfort in the calm. A quiet chat can brighten up a heavy start, while simple stories travel straight from mind to heart. We talk of traffic on the avenue and creep, then drift away inside a brief contented dream. A kindly word turns winter air to spring and leaves a peaceful tone in everything. He tells me how he used to work downtown before the city grew so tall and loud.
He likes this little corner by the door, away from every rushing weekday crowd. I listen while my coffee turns to warm, and nod along to tales of long ago. Sometimes a friend is just a voice you meet upon a stool beside a sunny street. No names required, no promises to keep, just human kindness running quiet, true and deep. He folds his coat and says to have a pleasant day, then tips his hat and softly walks away. I watch him go into the golden street, grateful for the chance two strangers had to meet. Frayed cotton cuffs scrape against the table, a rough knit sleeve resting by the plate. The weave feels thick, warm and gently stable, just like the coat you wore when you were late. 30 years fade as my fingertips trace every soft thread of this old velvet chair. The brass bell chime beside the open door. You laughed away the wet October chill, a dripping hem upon the wooden floor, a quiet moment staying frozen still. We brushed the droplets off your heavy wool and ordered 2 dark coffee, sweetened high. The small corner cafe was standing full, while golden leaves blew slowly, drifting by. You held my hand before the steam could rise, and left a soft memory that never dies. The waitress fills my ceramic cup again, her apron white and crisp against the dark. I slide my fingers down the stitched up seam, remembering your laughter in the park. The same old radio plays softly low, a song we danced to decades long ago. Youth slipped away like sugar in the cup. The world moved fast outside our little space, but every time I pick this sweater up, I catch the gentle shadow of your face. out in the rain, carrying a love that never grows too old.
The painted 7 on the kitchen clock will point directly to the rusted latch. When we walk through this heavy oak door, with silver strands that time began to catch, we'll hear the hum of steam inside the pot, and pick the booth that keeps us from the chill, to count the quiet years we gave away, while sitting down beside this windowsill. Our hands will hold ceramic cups so tight, and trace the lines that age has drawn in grace. We'll smile across the checkered linen cloth, to recognize this old familiar place. Someday the rain will softly tap the street outside, while baker boys roll dough. You will read the paper aloud to me as steam begins to rise, a gentle rhythm keeping time for two who learn to walk real slow, unfolding all the quiet golden years reflected in your eyes. The brass bell rings above the front doorway. A younger girl will bring a plate of toast. We'll share a pat of butter knife, and drink to memories that matter most. You'll laugh about the day we first came in, back when our coats were dark and boots were clean, and time will freeze behind the steaming glass, like photographs inside a wooden screen. There is no rush when age has made us wise, no train to catch, no early call to answer now, just coffee beans that roast in quiet peace, and promises we kept without a vow. So save this morning in a secret drawer until the calendar has turned the page. I'll meet you at the corner booth right here, and love you just the same at any age.
A brass matchbox sleeve holds 3 worn wooden tips. It rests near the sugar and shows tiny chips. I push it an inch to the left with my thumb, while waiting for steam from my mug to go numb. The waitress walks past with a pot in her hand. She knows every face in this quiet old land. The radio plays an old waltz from the coast as butter spreads thin on a slice of rye toast. I sit in this booth while the clock turns to 8 and trace every scratch on this formica plate. A heavy brass latch drops with one quiet sound as winter fog settles all over the ground. The stranger takes seats that were empty till 7, while sweet cinnamon rolls smell like hot baker's heaven. I gather my gloves from the laminated wood, content that this morning was gentle and good. The neon sign buzzes against the cold glass. I watch all the blue delivery trucks pass. My knee aches a bit when the weather turns damp underneath the soft glow of the diner counter lamp. The baker brings tray after tray to the front, a simple routine with no rush and no hunt. The newspaper sits with the crosswords half done. I solve 7 clues before seeing the sun. The world outside rushes to catch up with time, while I count my change to the last shiny dime. A heavy brass latch drops with one quiet sound as winter fog settles all over the ground. The stranger takes seats that were empty till 7, while sweet cinnamon rolls smell like hot baker's heaven. I gather my gloves from the laminated wood, content that this morning was gentle and good. 40 long winters I came through that door. My boots left wet prints on this linoleum floor. The faces have changed, but the coffee stayed strong, and nobody asks where my years have all gone. Yet somehow this corner feels just like a friend, where yesterday's stories don't have to quite end. I slide off the vinyl and fold up my news. I pull on my coat and I tie up my shoes. The brass matchbox sleeve stays right where it belongs. I step out the entrance to hear city songs. A bakery truck backfires on the curb. The pigeon on the ledge does not react. You hang your raincoat up without a word and sit down where the wooden floor is cracked. The steam is rising from the corner urn. I save the paper with the crosswords done. There are some simple things we had to learn before we ever learned to miss the sun. The world outside is moving much too fast, so let the trolley rattle down the track. You pour 3 spoonfuls from the porcelain bowl and tell me how your garden survived the frost. We talk about the years that took their toll and count the quiet treasures never lost. The waitress smiles and fills the diner pot, while gentle history warms us on the spot. Your hands are slower than they used to be when we were young enough to run all night. Now half a grapefruit and a cup of tea are quite enough to set the morning right. You trace the scratches on the formica and mention how the autumn blew away. The world outside can keep its hurried pace. We have a corner in our favorite place. You pour 3 spoonfuls from the porcelain bowl and tell me how your garden survived the frost. We talk about the years that took their toll and count the quiet treasures never lost. The waitress smiles and fills the diner pot, while gentle history warms us on the spot. I remember when we sat here 40 years ago, plotting out our lives inside the booth. Now the hair upon our temples looks like winter snow, but I still see your laughter in its truth. Take your time with that last drop of tea. The rain has stopped, the sidewalk is nearly dry. Walk down the block a little way with me, and we will watch the morning passing by. roasted chicory and fried sweet dough. Drift past the doorway where the neon gleams low. Old Mr. Higgins hangs his wool cap high, nods to the waitress as she passes by. She brings a saucer with a quiet smile, knowing he will sit there for a good long while. His leather shoes have seen 50 years of rain. He wipes his glasses on a wool cloth again. The radiator hums its familiar song. This is the place where the quiet belongs. He turns to page 4, where the crosswords start, keeping old memories tucked deep in his heart. A silver napkin dispenser holds the years gone past, while steam from the porcelain cools down too fast. He folds up his paper when the clock strikes 9, and leaves a polished nickel on the counterline. The girl behind the register knows his name, though 30 winners came and went just the same. She pours the dark brew from the glass carafe, listening softly to his gentle laugh. He points to a photo on the paneled wall, taken back in 59 before the fall. The vinyl booth keeps the cold wind outside, where all the simple little truths reside. The radiator hums its steady beat, warming the brass buckles on his feet. He turns to page 4, where the crosswords start, keeping old memories tucked deep in his heart. A silver napkin dispenser holds the years gone past, while steam from the porcelain cools down too fast. He folds up his paper when the clock strikes 9, and leaves a polished nickel on the counterline. Some come for sugar and a rush black cup, checking their watches till their time is up. But Higgins takes a sip and lets the whole world spin, grateful for the shelter that he found within. The wooden front door gives a soft brass chime. He walks down the sidewalk, taking his sweet time. Tomorrow at 7, he will come back through to sit at table 3 like he used to do. A sharp remembrance struck before the kettle hissed. The quiet room dissolved into a distant here. Outside the doorway stands the early blue-gray mist, while while steam begins to rise and wipe the glass clear. A brass clock ticks upon the wall behind the bar, and shadow plays across the freshly polished tile. The radiator hums its low familiar song. The baker sets the trays of raisin scones in place. A sudden thought arrives to tell me where I belong, and fills the gentle silence of this corner space. The milk poured slowly turns the dark coffee light brown, while newspaper pages rustle soft in the back. An old friend takes his coat off near the edge of town, and boots leave faint white salt along the wooden rack. The day begins its rhythm without any rush, as warmth sweeps softly through the peaceful, quiet hush. The corner napkin box is filled with folded white. The lady at the register unlocks her drawer. The golden lamplight bends against the pane so bright, while dry oak leaves drift softly past the open door. A silver spoon lies resting on a saucer rim, as light cuts straight across a checkered apron string. We spent 1,000 hours sitting in this booth, watching the street sweepers clear the fallen rain. Nothing was simpler than the quiet cut of truth, washing away the dust upon the window pane. The bell above the heavy door gives one bright chime. The counter waiter pours another piping cup. We hold on to the simple, sweet delight of time before the busy world outside starts waking up. Why does the steam always bend toward the window? I watch it drift up like an unwritten thought. The bell on the door gives a soft little chime, and I wonder what happened to all that I bought at the hardware store down on 5th Street last summer. My shoes feel a little too tight on my heel. The waitresses pour in dark roast in a mug. Her apron is dusted with cinnamon powder. A nickel drops down in the jukebox slot. The street traffic outside grows steadily louder. A porcelain plate catches golden brown light, while butter melts slow on a slice of white bread. I glance at the headlines of yesterday's news and recall what my grandmother frequently said. The clock on the counter ticks softly in rhythm as quiet thoughts circle inside of my head. That gentleman's coat has a missing brass button. I wonder if somebody found it on oak. My coffee is cooling, the radiator hums like an old uncle clearing his throat as he spoke. Did I water the ferns on the back porch today? The newspaper boy has a tear in his sleeve. A spoon hits a saucer with 3 tiny taps. A green neon sign blinks a pale, quiet glow. The world moves along while I sit here in peace, with nowhere to run and no reason to go. The waitress returns with a small silver pot. I top off the mug as the morning glides by. The window stays warm in the soft early light, and some quiet questions just don't need a why. Of polished oak sinks down into the rug. I pull the leather seat close to the glass. You ran so fast back when you were 21, always racing the streetcars before they could pass. You thought every late train was leaving you behind. You spilled your dark roast trying to catch the light. If I could reach through 50 winter years, I'd tell you that the world turns out alright. Take a breath and loosen up your wool jacket sleeve. The girl in the hallway will forgive what you said. That unpaid rent bill won't ruin your whole life. So put down your pen and eat your warm buttered bread. Nothing was wasted, even the tears you hid. You made it to 70, so sit down, kid. The waitress brings a saucer with a silver rim. I see your nervous shadow in the mirror on the wall. You checked your pocket watch 6 times an hour, afraid that no one would answer when you'd call. You counted every nickel like a mountain you If I could whisper over this quiet diner counter, I'd say the sweetest fruit takes time to drop. Take a breath and loosen up your wool jacket sleeve. The girl in the hallway will forgive what you said. That unpaid rent bill won't ruin your whole life. So put down your pen and eat your warm buttered bread. Nothing was wasted, even the tears you hid. You made it to 70, so sit down, kid. The morning light rests easy on this warm velvet cushion, where I finally learned how to just stay put. You spent years running toward a finish line that moved. Now look at how steady I plant my old foot. Leave the remaining copper coins right beside the cup. Forgive yourself for every wrong turn on the map. The coffee is warm, the cafe is quiet now, and peace is sitting right here in your lap.
Strike the chrome salt shaker, slanted and soft through the dusty glass pane. An old man sits down with a folded newspaper, shaking his hat from the late April rain. He looks at my mug and he nods with a smile, sipping his tea as we sit for a while. He asks if I know where the river bridge goes. I tell him it leads where the willow tree grows. He laughs very soft and he slides me a slice of buttered brown toast with a word of advice. High on the wall ticks a brass-fitted clock, while heavy black boots slowly cross on the block. A quiet old traveler shares stories from home, explaining why silver threads shine in his comb. He turns a cold counter and friendly old face into a memory, taking its place. He talks of a town where he built his first garden, 50 long years in a house near the sea. I tell him my dreams, how my young shoulders harden, carrying plans that feel heavy to me. He taps on his saucer and tells me to stay, learning to breathe at the start of the day. Sometimes the people who sit by your side open a window you kept closed inside. No names were
just two steaming cups as the shadows all fade. He folds up his coat and he stands up to go. He says, keep your heart warm whenever winds blow. I watch through the window as he walks away, a stranger who gave me a peaceful new day.
You mentioned yesterday the brass bell rings too loud. I sit here by the register and watch the working crowd. The baker wipes his apron on a streak of flour dust. A napkin dispenser has a tiny dot of rust. The gentleman in tweed is folding up his daily news, and someone left a droplet on a pair of leather shoes. The steam goes climbing up towards the painted tin above, a slow and quiet rhythm that a quiet heart could love. A china saucer catches light beside a silver tray. The waitress takes a diner's plate and clears the crumbs away. The jukebox in the corner plays a tune from '63, and everything you spoke about is coming back to me. I pour a drop of maple syrup on a buttered toast and hold the little simple things that matter to us most. The salt shaker is missing half its tiny wooden top. Outside the window pane, the blue delivery van stopped. A woman in a raincoat checks the clock against the wall. The boy behind the counter tries to catch a rolling ball. 2 pennies sit forgotten in the plastic tip jar bowl, while cinnamon and nutmeg sweeten up a raisin roll. The steam goes climbing up towards the painted tin above, a slow and quiet rhythm that a quiet heart could love. A china saucer catches light beside a silver tray. The waitress takes a diner's plate and clears the crumbs away. The jukebox in the corner plays a tune from '63, and everything you spoke about is coming back to me. I pour a drop of maple syrup on a buttered toast and hold the little simple things that matter to us most. You said that if I lingered here before the clock struck 9, I'd notice how the day begins without a grand design. Just steam and silver teaspoons and a napkin on a knee. 100
gentle details, setting every hour free.
The baker turns the hanging sign to welcome folks inside. I pay my bill with silver coins and step into the ride. You said the world was gentle if you took it nice and slow. And walking down the sidewalk now, I finally really know. Copper 6 on the wall clock ticks slow as steam off your mug starts to rise and grow. I look at your hands where the light hits the ring and wonder what 30 more winters will bring. We'll sit in this diner with soft wrinkled skin, just waiting for breakfast and warmth to come in. The waitress will know every story we tell. She'll pour out the decaf and ring the old bell. The world outside moves at a furious pace, but time stands quite still in this familiar place. Someday our coats will hang heavy and gray. We'll laugh at the news of a new sunny day. I'll pass you the jam while the radio plays a tune from the golden and forgotten old days. And knowing you're with me when morning appears will make every quiet hour sweet through the years. Your reading glasses will rest on your nose while outside the window a cold winter blows. We'll share a small newspaper folded in two, with nothing to prove and with nothing to do. The silver framed mirror behind the counter shelf will show a long life that has blessed itself. I see it so clearly, the future ahead. The laughter will save and the gentle words said. No rushing for buses or catching a train, just coffee and toast in the slow morning rain. So look at that clock as it moves to the 7. A quiet old booth feels a little